Gangstalking is not exactly what its title sounds like. It is a vast, multi-layered, campaign-styled co-op that is a clandestine, semi-militant militia operation that operates as a source of subversion, a constant danger, and disruption to its target, otherwise known as a targeted individual. Emmanuel Isaiah Smith is similar programs that were initiated in the 1960s and 70s people who are likely to act in blind obedience and FBI to serve as its gangstalkers. This covert population control operation operates in NATO countries and presents itself as something other than a hate crime and a depopulation protocol. The true progenitors of gangstalking can be traced back to the late 19th century. During the American Reconstruction period 1863–77, terrorist groups like the Ku Klux Klan, the Knights of the White Camellia, the Redshirts, and the White League conducted open-air, community-based, police-supervised harassment programs, mostly against freedmen and their supporters. Later, similar programs that were initiated in the 1960s and 70s, such as the CIA and FBI programs and MKUltra and COINTELPRO Operation Hoodwink, used the tradition and the blueprint that was started by the Reconstruction-era terrorist groups to systematically disrupt the CIA and FBI have since disavowed the above-mentioned programs. This thuggish mechanism turns his very surroundings, be they human, animal, consumable, vehicular, electronic, legal, utility, or appliance,
trigger a system of cues and responses from the gangstalkers themselves who mobilize violently against the targeted person. I will make it clear that gangstalking is a population control program, and I will further assert that the targeted individual is stalked and disrupted in a way that is.
I will make it clear that gangstalking is a population control program, and I will further assert that the targeted individual is stalked and disrupted in a way that is supposed to look like he has bad luck or that God is punishing him from the heavens. Both scenarios are erroneous.
Ho ho ho!
Based on my research, experiences, and beliefs, the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, a proven racketeering and espionage entity with a presence in 161 countries, incorporates the use of hired and non-hired thugs, goons, and derelicts to harass people.
This church has a past that is riddled with racial controversies and is a major culprit in the gang-stalking practice, up to and including murders and assassinations.
I believe that this institution uses covert tracking, subversion, espionage, assassination, and other means of manipulating society as a way of artificially and fraudulently sustaining itself.
In the 1980s and 90s, the U.S. military, along with the FBI, ATF,
Please be informed that gangstalking does not stop at the street level. Biological attacks, germ warfare, and biological warfare, mimicry of the targeted individual. Psychological warfare. The constant containment of the target, animal harassment, workplace mobbing. Burglary and vandalism, food cant, forced police encounters, illegal search and seizure. Street violence, vehicular harassment, scent harassment, noise harassment. The exposure of the target to contagious diseases. Computer and account hacking, illegal and highly abusive uses of corporate and governmental systems. Software, registries, and databases. Systemic destruction of interpersonal relationships, slander and character defamation. And other horrifying components make up this program. The discrediting of the targeted individual by endlessly calling him deranged, crazy, or insane. And using programs such as Internet stalkers, which include cyber stalkers, internet trolls, and the like, are endlessly mobilized against the target, with the sole aim of vandalizing his web pages with deleterious comments in order to subvert his message. Furthermore, based on my research, the scorched earth policy, a war tactic which was banned under the 1977 Geneva Conventions, is used against the targeted individual. Thuggish covert hand signals, thuggish covert vehicular signals, thuggish covert verbal commands, thuggish covert electronic communications, thuggish covert physical gestures, and thuggish covert pedestrian actions are how the great American thug units known as gangstalkers communicate with each other. They follow these inbred imbecilic signaling protocols to a targeted individual's exact location, and then perpetrate their federally authorized thuggery against the targeted person. The United States Supreme Court, its Congress, Departments of Defense and Justice, and state and local legislative auxiliaries are no longer, and haven't been for years, stewards of justice, liberty, or the rule of law. Rather, they are thug enablers, murder and attempted murder enablers. Harass them. That is what gangstalking is about. And that is what it will continue to be. Smear campaigns, distorted truths, outlandish excuses, outright denial, and failure to acknowledge are all political tactics that the United States Congress will use to diminish or run from the monumental importance of its the ignorant imbecilic thugs that participate in gangstalking are tricked into doing what they think is the new norm. Gangstalking just might be the new norm, to put it mildly. This country, since September 11, 2001, America's citizens have to endure a crony of special because of its inept federal government national security crimes against humanity, the revocation of inalienable rights, and the federal authorization of domestic terroristic actions against unsuspecting United States citizens. Gangstalking is a total weaponization of the federal government of the United States. It is obvious that not all United States citizens experience gangstalking, because the country is not up in arms. People who experience this thuggish activity are called gangstalkers. The idiots that participate in this thuggery are called gangstalkers. Gang-stalking is the name given to a military-industrial complex product that was earmarked through Congress post 9/11 using national security legislation as its vehicle. Eta Omicron mu Omicron Sigma Pi Omicron nu Delta Iota Alpha Capri Kappa Epsilon Beta D Rho nu Eta Sigma Eta Tau Omega nu Eta Pi Alpha Theta Alpha Pi Rho D Pi Epsilon Iota nu Alpha Epsilon Iota Omicron Theta Epsilon Tau E Sigma Epsilon Iota D nu Alpha Delta Epsilon Sigma mu Epsilon Epsilon Tau Iota Kappa Si Phi Iota Sigma mu Alpha mu Epsilon Tau Omicron Omicron Pi Omicron E Omicron Theta Alpha Alpha Epsilon Tau Omicron Alpha nu Alpha Kappa Eta Rho Epsilon Chi Theta Epsilon E Tau Rho Omicron mu Omicron Kappa Rho Alpha Tau Iota Kappa Appa Rho E Tau Omicron Sigma Omicron Iota Eta nu Omega mu D nu Epsilon Sigma Omicron Lambda Iota Tau Epsilon E Epsilon Sigma Epsilon E nu Alpha Iota D nu Alpha Tau Rho Omicron mu Omicron Kappa Rho Alpha Tau Iota Kappa Appa Rho E. Gang-stalking is obviously a civilian-based community policing. Citizen-oriented community policing, deputized U.S. citizen. Self-policing neighborhood type of protocol that allows United States citizens to act as their own police units. The result is a bunch of uncouth, knuckle-headed, surly, confused. The result is a bunch of uncouth, knuckle-headed, surly, confused, violent, hostile, petty, loud-mouthed, clumsy, annoying fools going from place to place looking for people to use their ignorant, useless, thuggish, irritating domination tactics on to see how the person reacts to them. These idiotic, buffoonish, and stooge-like people are mobilized by clandestine federally directed gang-stalking units towards various targeted individuals in any given area. The targeted individuals are pointed at by these useful dummies so that other gang-stalkers will know who to mobilize against. By contrast, targeted individuals are an easy target for the United States multi-trillion-dollar military industrial war chimp because the many billions of war machines that it takes to surveil, track, and disrupt the daily movements and biorhythm of the targeted individuals is done in clans. Targeted individuals are typically not trained in military combat, war strategy, hand-to-hand combat, advanced self-defense tactics, or the like. The treasonous, traitorous, unconstitutional, politically bumpy, covert frontal lobotomy that are given to targeted individuals that cannot withstand this. Freedom, democracy, and national security are non-existent here in the United States of America. In its thuggish gang-stalking campaigns against its own citizens, thuggish, inbred, aloof, dull, dummies are mobilized in units against the targeted person with no mission outside the annoyance, harm, or the United States federal government foolishly continues in spite of this to call itself a democracy and a constitutional republic. It needs to declare itself a fascist state and be honest with its citizens.